Hi, I'm John from Just Whiskey. If you like today's show, please give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Consider becoming a Patreon with the link in the description below. Thanks so much for the Patreons that I do have that help support this channel. Much appreciated. And as a Patreon, you have access to exclusive reviews and some previews of coming attractions. And speaking of Patreons, I'm going to want to give a special shout out to a brand new Patreon by the name of Keiko Guzman. So Keiko, thank you so much for believing in me and help support this channel. It is truly appreciated. Thank you so much. And remember, folks, it's just whiskey. Today, it's an Irish whiskey. The brand new Redbreast 18-year-old. 46% ABV. No mention of chill filtration. No mention of coloring. So it is possibly chill filtered. And I have a feeling most Redbreast are colored. They look very similar, really no matter what. And if you stick around to the end, after the review, I'm going to do something really cool. I'm going to be doing a blind of a bunch of Redbreasts, okay? And I have them all over here, and they have a little number on the bottom, and they're all mixed up. You're just going to have to trust me. The number one label will be the Redbreast 18-year-old. So when I'm done with this, I'm going to put it in here and shuffle them around, close my eyes, and whatever. Then we have a number two is a Redbreast 15-year-old. Number three is Redbreast 12 cask strength, batch B2 from 2019. So B as in boy, B2 2019 for the Redbreast 12 cask strength. Glass number four is the Redbreast PX, which I absolutely love. Glass number five is Redbreast 27, batch 4. And glass number 6 is Redbreast 21. I believe it's 2017, maybe 2018. I reviewed it quite a while ago. So a caveat is that 12-year cask strength has been open for quite a while, as is the Redbreast 21. It's been open for quite a while. But the fill levels are still decent in both of those. So, so let's talk about the elephant in the room really quick. The price tag. This just came out in 2024, the Redbreast 18, and they're saying it's going to be a core release. So we can expect it each year until we can't. The MSRP on this is $250. Wow. Okay. I did not pay that much for this, but still I paid a hefty amount. In comparison, the Redbreast 15 is about $140. However, this is a different cask makeup from the Redbreast 15, and we're going to get into that. So I think that's why they're charging a premium, but it's expensive. So be warned about that. So what this Redbreast 18-year-old is, it actually has some sherry cream in here. And you say, okay, what is sherry cream? What my understanding, how they define it, the sherry cream, what they've done is they've seasoned casks for 2 years with Oloroso and PX. Okay, and then they took ex-bourbon casks from the Redbreast that were like 5 or 6 years old, and they dumped them into a batch and put them into the sherry cream, which is a mixture of Oloroso and PX together. Okay, so that's part of the makeup of this. And then they also used refill bourbon and mostly first fill and some second fill Oloroso sherry. And then they also threw in a little bit of port as a tribute to the Redbreast 27. So it's got sherry cream, which are seasoned casks, mixed with ex-bourbon, mixed with ex-oloroso, with a little bit of port. And I'll just read it quickly over here. They just say what I just said, but I'm going to read it. Unique among the family, Redbreast 18-year-old is a single pot still Irish whiskey, triple distilled, matured in a combination of bourbon barrels, Oloroso sherry casks, cream sherry casks, and ruby port casks before finally bottled after 18 years resting. So that's pretty much everything I said. So I think that's why they are charging a premium above the 15-year-old. All right, let's get into the review. Redbreast, 18-year-old, 2024. It would have been interesting if they put like batch 1, you know, and then 2025 batch 2. Okay, on the nose. It's a rich nose, rich, dense. Molasses puff candy, cotton candy, maple. There are some wine notes in there. A hint of flint, not sulfur, but a hint of flint. Play-Doh. Some fermented honey, caramel, and a slight hint of acetone is in there. So for all you bourbon lovers, I think you're going to really like this. Okay, that's just the nose. All right, on the palate. First you get the sweet, syrupy, probably creamy, oak spice. Then it turns into a very pleasant sweet dryness. They say there's some berry fruits in there, but I'm getting, if there's fruits, it's more dark stewed fruits. I'm not getting any light, light berries or apricot or peach. I'm not getting that. More like condensed stewed fruits, dark fruits, if anything, more like the dates and stewed fruits, stewed dark fruits. We'll leave it at that. The palate too, it also has a breadiness to it, which I think is fairly common in so Irish whiskey. So this that's why I'm stumbling over this. Has malted and unmalted barley. So I think the bready notes are coming from that unmalted barley that's in there. There's a bit of saltiness to it as well, and maybe a hint of black licorice, and maybe even a hint of ginger spice and cinnamon. So it's a pleasant spice. And after you finish, if you stop breathing through your nose, again, that a slight hint of acetone is there, okay? Which, again, if you're a bourbon lover, you'll be familiar with that and you probably like it. That's one thing that kind of I'm not crazy about, but it's ever so slight. I'm really focusing on it. The finish, medium long, it's very nice, but the price, I'm enjoying this. It's a fairly new release, so maybe over time it'll even improve even more. Score wise, I'm going to base the score not including price, because the price is exorbitant in my opinion. So for the price, I wouldn't buy another bottle. But the way things are going, the economy is slowing. In time, maybe next year's release, if there's still some of these sitting on the shelves, maybe maybe they'll go on sale once in a while. So that's what I would kind of wait and look for. All right. So score wise, it's between a 7 and an 8. So a 7 is very good. An 8 is excellent. I think many people will find this excellent. I'm somewhere in the middle, so this score does not reflect the exorbitant price. I'm going to say it's a 7.5. I appreciate it, but for the price, you knew it had to be in there somewhere. I was expecting something. I don't want to say more, but I was expecting something maybe a little different. So the proof's in the pudding, as they say. So what we're going to do right now is I'll just put a splash more in here, so the fill levels will be kind of close with that. And I'm just going to shuffle these around, right? And you can see, what's going on. I'm not even looking anywhere, and we'll just slide some over here. And I'm just going to take them randomly and line them up. And all right. Do a little shuffle over here. All right, so there's numbers on the bottom. I have no idea. I'm just going to quickly go through these, and I'm going to, for today, pick my favorite from today. And then I will reveal what they all are. I don't think I have time to put them in order, but maybe I will. But I'm going to pick my favorite, and then maybe I'll put some in order. We'll see. All right. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these. Just going to nose them quickly. What's interesting is I nosed all these right before I did the show, and there was some different noses on there. Now they all seem very similar. Interesting. Similar, but okay. Yeah, there was some that were sharper. All right, in no particular order. And what I did too, for the 12 cask strength, before I started this, I did put like a quarter of a teaspoon of water in it, just to try to bring it down close to a 46% ABV. It's not rocket science, but it should be in the ballpark. Very nice. I mean, they're all I love, like most Redbreast. I am really on the spot here. This is not easy, folks. Oops. I was almost going to put water in the glass. I have a feeling I know what that one is. Wow. Whatever that one is, that's freaking awesome. Interesting. This is not easy. This one is the standout. I'm just going to guess that it's probably the 27-year-old. But this one caught my interest out of the three. All right, so I'm going to put them in some kind of. Again, this is very subjective. This is just, today. Um, this could change. If I did it tonight or tomorrow, it could be a different outcome. But I'm almost positive that the one all the way to my right, your left, I think that's a Redbreast 27. Yeah, this isn't easy. And at the end, I'm just going to mix them all together, except for that 27-year-old, I think. Mm. Yeah, this is, I think I bit off more than I can chew. I should have played some background music. Yeah. Um, so I did kind of put them in a real half-ass order here. It really is half-ass. I enjoy almost all of these equally. The number let's just see what my number one pick is. My number one pick is number 5, which is the Redbreast 27 Batch 4. Um, for my Patreons, I reviewed this. So if you're a Patreon, you'll get you or have already seen the full review of the Redbreast 27 Batch 4. Um, Again, this is just a total half-ass order. I'm just curious. My right to your left, best. I mean, from best to least favorite, but they're really all. It's really hard for me to pick a favorite. I'm being totally honest here. Okay, my number two is number 2, which is the 15-year-old. Which you know what? I've always liked the 15-year-old. Um, Number 3 is Glass 4, which is the PX, I've really loved the PX. I bought backup bottles of the PX. Um, and then number 4, my 4 pick will be Glass 6. This is the 2021 Redbreast 2020 Redbreast 21-year-old from 2017 or 2018. Second to last would be number 3. This is the 12 cast strength batch B2 2019. And the last is Redbreast 18. But take that with a grain of salt, really. You can see how tough a time I had. The 27-year-old batch 4, total standout. Yeah. All right. I don't want to drag this on too longer. So that's my rundown. Redbreast 27 Batch 4. Freaking awesome. If you're a Patreon, you've already seen the review. Redbreast 18. I'm not buying another backup bottle for that kind of money. But I do have backup bottles of the PX. And the 15 has always been a favorite of mine. 12 cast strength can vary by batch, and then the 21-year-old. Yeah, the 21-year. I never thought that was worth the price. And I reviewed that a long time ago. This particular bottle, probably like 3 years ago, probably. The price is crazy on that. I know some people absolutely love it, but that goes by batch too. So maybe the batch that I had wasn't a best representation of a 21-year-old, and then we have the 18-year-old. That's my order. If you like today's show, give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, consider becoming a Patreon with the link in the description below. And thanks so much, Keiko, for being a Patreon. Hats off to you all, and take care, folks.